I want to go back to the point guard discussion for a second. My recollection over my lifetime of what a point guard is it's a guy that may or may not be the team's leading scorer, and oftentimes is not, but the guy who A, is a really good defender, and B, is an orchestrator on offense. So when I think of point guards from college point guards from my youth, I think of Tyus Edney. I think of Corey Beck. I think of the guys that, North Carolina had. I think like Derek Phelps. I think of Bobby Hurley. I didn't like Bobby Hurley, but I think of Bobby Hurley. I think of Jason Kidd, who was the best player on his team, but also had like 8 or 9 assists a game. I think of guys who control the game, who can play at various speeds. They can go really fast, or they can slow it down, or they can lull you into a false sense of security and then blow by you. I think of guys who control the game. And I don't think Nebraska may have a guy on its roster right now, maybe McKewon's, but other than that, who really controls a basketball game, where you're like, this guy just set this game to his pace. And Iowa has a guy in Connor McCaffrey, the coach's son, who does not care if he scores, and his primary job is to make everyone else's life on the court easier on offense. That's what he does, and he's good at it. And it helps that he's the coach's son, and so unselfishness is baked into the guy's body, right? Like, that Connor McCaffrey is doing what his dad wants him to do, and he's got the perk of playing for his father and pleasing his father by scoring 4 points a game. But Nebraska's got to find a guy who can orchestrate that offense, and maybe isn't a score first guy, but is always looking to set other people up. And I'm not sure that guy is on the team. I think they almost need their point guards to score too much. And, it makes a challenge. The other issue is post play. Now, Nebraska's not looking for Kofi Coburn. Well, they would take Kofi Coburn, but my point is they're not looking for a traditional, 3 feet from the basket kind of guy. They want somebody who can play out on the high post, who can pass, who can shoot a little bit, who can move around, who can screen. Derek Walker does some of those things, but they really need more guys like that. And Luka Garza, that's a good example. That's a guy that you'd love to get. And, that's why Iowa's so good. They're good because they have Garza, because they have a really unselfish point guard, and then they have guys all over the floor who can shoot. And in a lot of ways, what Iowa is what Nebraska ideally would one day be. I know we use Iowa State as the analog, and that's fine. This is a different league. Iowa plays in this league, and Iowa's style is similar to what Nebraska eventually wants to get to.